don't know about you, but this girl doesn't have time to do a lot of cooking because we're between holidays. We had Christmas and now we're looking forward to the new year. So because of that, we're putting together weeknight meals that are quick and easy. So if you like quick and easy weeknight meals, then this is the place that you're going to want to be tonight, because we're going to take our leftovers from Christmas, we're going to put it together in a delicious casserole, and we're going to serve it up because we don't want anything left into the new year. So we're going to clean it up, get that refrigerator cleaned up, and get everything out of there, and it's going to be delicious. So let's get it ready. I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, and I welcome you to my home. And you know what? Here at Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, that we do things in the kitchen for the kitchen. Now, we have been in between holidays. We have Christmas, and I hope you had a wonderful time at Christmas, and we are certainly getting ready for the new year. And I'm excited about the new year because it opens up 365 days of opportunity to do the things that we are being led to do, and to share and to care and to have a great time with our families, because you know that's what it's all about. Now, we are just taking the time to bring everybody all together. We are trying to build a larger family and build a stronger family. And we're going to do that one meal at a time at our kitchen table. So we're going to be talking about some new things that we're going to be doing that's going to be pulling our families together at times other than just dinner, but certainly around the table. So I'm looking forward to what's coming in 2022, and we've got some extra things that we're going to be putting together in 2022. And you know what? If you're not subscribed to this channel, that's something you're going to want to do, because we are going to be doing things that are encouraging, things that are building, and things that are loving. So let's get ready for 2022. I love fresh herbs when I can get them. And so I have sage, I've got rosemary, and I've got thyme. And I wish you could smell them because they smell wonderful. And so I am going to take these little leaves and break them up, and then we're going to chop them up, because these seasonings are going to go into tonight's casserole. So I'm just kind of picking through them, making sure I have good leaves. You know how that is. And I need a good sharp knife so we can cut through all of this. I like the little package that I found. It was called poultry seasoning, and had all of the little types of herbs that you would normally use for your dressing or whatever it is that you're preparing, whether it's chicken or whether it's turkey. And in fact, some of these I've even used with pork. And so I'm just going to continue to chop these up and get them ready to go into tonight's meal. Now, because we're preparing a quick and easy weeknight meal, we're going to be using a poultry mix. And I have always been a Pepperidge Farm girl. And in fact, my mom even used Pepperidge Farm back in the day. And you know, when you get the Pepperidge Farm mix, I like to get the one that has that doesn't have the seasonings in it, so that I can add my own combination. But you know, if you're in a pinch, get the one with the seasonings already. Just kick that up and you're good to go. Now here's that package. I'm sorry I couldn't flip it, but that's the poultry blend. It's an organic poultry blend. So we've got all of that taken care of, and we're going to get ready to handle the rest of the dish. All right, well, let's get to putting these layers together. As you can see, I have the Pepperidge Farm bag ready to go, and I'm going to get that open. I have a bowl that I'm going to put it into. That's our Pepperidge Farm, and this is the cornbread mix. So we're going to cut that open, get it, and I'm going to put in about 4 cups of the mix. I'm not going to use the entire bag because I don't need that. And so I'm just adding in this little dish holds about a cup. So it's about 4 cups that I'm adding, and set the rest off to the side. So now from there, we're going to want to add in seasonings. I'm going to add in some, of course, we already have the herbs, but I'm going to put in some onions that I've already diced. And you know how I pre-prepare onions. So we're going to put in about a cup of chopped onions. So I'm just adding those into the cup just so that I can let you know how much I put in. But otherwise I would have just put them straight into the mixture. But you know, I'm doing this so that we can do this together. Now, though, the rest of those onions will go into the refrigerator. So in there we've got our onions, we've got our herbs. I even added in a little bit of the actual seasonings that we put in, which was just salt and pepper that I put in. And also I put in just a touch of green pepper. Now you'll see I'm adding in some minced garlic. And this is a teaspoon size that I'm going to be using. So I'm pulling out teaspoons at this point. So let's give it a good stir. And I'm going to do a heaping teaspoon of garlic, and I'm putting it in the bowl because I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to add in about a ½ teaspoon of salt. And just because of the consistency, I need to make sure that I have dry spoons. So there's my ½ teaspoon of salt, and we're going to add in a full teaspoon of pepper because you're going to have to kick up the flavor just a bit. We've got the turkey, and of course it tastes great. We also have mushrooms that we've chopped, and these were mushrooms that we bought back in the One Plan 1 Month haul quite a while ago. Seems like forever, at the beginning of December, but anyway, we got those. And I've got organic chicken broth that I'm going to be using. Actually, it's chicken stock. So I'm going to put some of that in, just a little bit in, and I'm going to stir all that up. So this is the first cup of stock that we're going to mix together all of those seasonings, because that'll be a good carrier for the seasoning to get it all through the cornbread dressing. So our actual dressing, we didn't have any left. So that's the reason why I'm using this mix, because I ran out of dressing, but I knew I had this bag in my pantry, so I was able to put together a quick and easy weeknight meal. So that's the first cup. I'm going to add another cup, and in fact this box feels pretty light, so I think I'll go ahead and add the rest of the chicken stock in there. You'll see it's about 1/4 cup. So all of that's in, and that box is finished. So we're just going to say a good heaping 2 cups of broth is going to be enough. And you know, if you want yours just a tiny bit soupier, you can do that, but I don't think you're going to need it because we're still going to add the gravy. And so the gravy is going to add lots of moisture to this casserole. Family, I had a moment. I was planning to put this casserole into this little pan because I thought it would be the perfect size for the 2 of us. But unfortunately, it didn't fit. And I wasn't going to show you exactly what went on until you saw the process. But then I thought it wouldn't be fair not to show you the boo boo, because there certainly was a boo boo. So I had to take this out and put it into a larger vessel. So you're going to see that.
This is such an easy casserole to put together, and certainly is great for a family of four where you need a substantial dinner. You really don't need to serve anything next to it because it has the vegetable, it has the starch, it has the protein, it has everything you need right here in this casserole. And once you add the layer of gravy, that takes it over the top. So I'm just taking my time and putting the last of the dressing on. And if you had pre-made dressing, that would be even better and even faster. But I'm telling you, while I'm taking my time and putting it together for you because I wanted you to see all the steps, it really doesn't take long at all to put this particular casserole together. Now keep in mind, you didn't have to use turkey. You could have used chicken. So now we're going to add in some Heinz. Now that's one of our shortcuts. We're going to add in some Heinz gravy. And since we're using turkey, I'm using turkey gravy. But if you were, if I didn't have turkey gravy, I'd use chicken gravy. And of course, if I had decided that we were going to use ground beef, then I would use a beef broth or beef gravy over it. So I'm layering the gravy over the top, and I'm going to smooth that out. And you're using about 3/4 of the jar, to be honest with you. And if my vessel had been just a little bit thicker, I probably would have added the rest of the jar, but I didn't want it to spill. So that's the reason why I thought, well, I'd better not do it that way. We're going to place this casserole into a 425 oven, and we're going to let it cook until it's nice and bubbly on top. Now obviously we're not looking for deep browning or a golden brown and a delicious on top. We're looking for golden and bubbly. We want lots of bubbles, because what's going to happen is that this gravy is going to seep down through the casserole. It's going to warm up and heat up and cook up everything in the casserole. So when you take your casserole out, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be hot and savory, and that's exactly what your family is going to be looking for. I wish you could smell my kitchen. It smells divine. And the big guy is hovering, so I know it's time to put these dishes together and to get it on the table so that we can eat. And you know what? It is going to be so good. So I'm just letting you know that if you want to have your family standing ready for dinner, then you're going to want to try this. And you know what? You're going to love it too. And you might even have enough to have some left over for lunch the next day. So have a wonderful and blessed dinner time.
Tonight's quick and easy weeknight meal was delicious, and I hope that your family ate every drop, because we didn't want any of that turkey left over for 2022. We want it all gone, and let's move on. We've had turkey at Thanksgiving, we had turkey for Christmas, and that's enough bird. So we are ready to move on into 2022 with some things that are new. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to throw out our old recipes, but we're going to certainly develop some new ones. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, family, right here at Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, where we work hard. We love God and family, and we know without a doubt that everything else is just gravy. And we are going to build our families one meal at a time.